Hello all the crazy people out there, my name is Dragonite, welcome back to Golden Sun the Lost Age. Last time, we made it all the way through the Yumpi Desert, and to Al-Hafra, our next destination. Okay, I'm just gonna walk over in this direction aimlessly and the game's gonna take over. These guys that were stranded who I may or may not have kinda sorta rescued. We're here! Where's the Elder? He's coming now. Are we here? I feel like I just walked 500 miles. I'm fine. I feel like I could walk 500 more. And yet more snow just fell off the roof. So is this Al-Hafra? Madra's a pretty big place, but this town is huge. You didn't come to Al-Hafra to shop, Mr. Mayor. We're here to bring in Briggs, the Chempa. Bring in as in, like, arrest, I assume. I know that. Then we should go straight to speak with Al-Hafra's mayor. We're in no shape to present ourselves to the mayor right now. Look, Briggs is obviously not here, and besides, we already know Piers is. Silence. Seems Al-Hafra has felt the effects of that tidal wave as well. Looks like they suffered a good deal of damage. That would explain why Al-Hafra doesn't seem to have any boats for sale either. You know, just looking around, I get the impression they only had one boat to begin with. So if you really need a boat, the only way to get one would be to steal it. But wouldn't that cause quite an uproar? Why are you discussing this loudly right in the middle of town? Which means the pirates must still be here trying to get a boat. I do not follow your logic, but go on. So you think we've actually caught up with Briggs? No doubt about it. That's why I want to meet the mayor of Al-Hafra before the Champions steal a ship. Oh yeah, I get it now. In that case, let's go see Al-Hafra's mayor right away. And another old guy just waltzes in. Say, excuse me. Where would we find the mayor of Al-Hafra? The mayor? Just keep going down this road. It's the last house. You can't miss it. Alright, so that sounds like another storage checkpoint that I should investigate at some point or another. But first, what are you doing? Okay, that's really weird. If you'll excuse me, I'm going to go have a look at that. Where's the mind read synergy? Let's go and, no. Not what I meant to do. Hang on. Alright, yeah. Let's equip mind read. And if I mind read... Wait, did I... This game doesn't have enough buttons. If I mind read you... That ain't good. The guy looked like the mayor of Madra. Must have come here looking for Briggs. Better go tell the others. What's your problem? What are you, some kind of freak? Well, what, you got a problem with me? I'm just casually reading your mind. So where do you get off invading people's personal space, huh? So where do you get off... So... I don't understand what that's supposed to mean. Anyway, he's telling me to scram. Where was I? Oh yeah, I was gonna go tell them about the mayor of Madra. Alright, have fun with that, sir. Yeah, I haven't really been doing this, but if you do go around reading people's minds, you can sometimes learn a little bit about... already sold the last boat in town, and it had a broken mast. If you do go around reading people's minds, you can sometimes find some, additional information here and there about the world. I most likely not gonna make a habit out of that. Apparently, I cannot steal your jail cell key, but just something to keep in mind, perhaps. All right, let's get out of jail. Was there something else down here? Was there anything else down here? The well said there wasn't anything interesting in it, right? It's so far from the watery part of town, I suppose. Here we can find a sanctum. I don't believe I need anything that a sanctum can provide at the moment. So I'll just be on my way. You guys! Your boat got crushed. A group of men came by asking if I had one for sale. They were pretty swarthy. They looked like they might have been sailors or something. Alright, so if we're looking for pirates, we're definitely on the right path. Yeah, geology is a funny thing, you know? You can just sometimes have that happen when you least expect it. Alright. They paid the mayor a whole wad of cash for the boat, did they now? Not missing a chance to go investigating people's stoves, some lamb meat, boiling with seasonal veggies. The oyster seasoning is really tempting my tummy. Alright. I suppose I should mention, after the last recording session, I did go and make myself some soup, but I have once again not eaten lunch. And I'm kind of regretting that. Probably should make a point to, you know, do that before I sit down to record Golden Sun, if every single stove in the game is going to tell me that there is a seafood pie baking in the oven. It has a reputation for having a fragrant smell preceding it. Yeah, seafood does tend to have that, doesn't it? Alright, so the people who bought the boat are a little on the demanding side. The house guests. You've lost control of your own house. You mean these people? Aren't you thirsty? Oh, you're right. Sorry to bother you, but we'd like some tea. Are you talking to me? If you want tea, you can go right ahead and fix it yourself. I don't know why you just didn't do that in the first place, because in the grand scheme of, like, things that you make on the stove, tea is, like, one of the easiest things ever. And, like, yeah, if you really want to do it properly and not just grab, a tea bag out of the closet, you do have to actually, like, measure it out and steep it for the right amount of time and that sort of thing. But, like, still, in the grand scheme of food, I give that 1 star out of 10 in terms of, like, how impossibly difficult it is, but whatever. Alright. Massive tidal wave. So everybody's here as the tidal wave is really the, oh, good lord. As soon as I walk in the door, you see how full our inn is? You'd think we'd be making money hand over fist, but that's not true. Just don't have the heart to charge the people who lost their homes. Alright, so I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to stay here if I wanted to heal, so maybe I'll just heal with, you know, magic. There we go. Now I don't need to heal. I would, however, like to go around talking to people, just in case. There's only one person staying in the next room next door. Can't they just move one more person into that room, like me? Alright. We all have to bear the discomfort of this place until our homes are repaired. There's definitely a bit of a crowd. Are you all sharing that one bed? Never forgive the mayor for failing to come to our aid when we were all suffering. I wonder what I can do to make him suffer. Alright. Revenge is best served with tea, apparently. Our guests are very upset with the mayor. I just hope they don't do anything, rash. Yeah. Alright. How am I supposed to sleep with Grandpa grinding his teeth all night? Well, Pop's been looking around and he says the mayor keeps all his treasure underground. He says it's south of the palace, but that's all I know about it. Alright, that once again sounds like something that I'm gonna want to, remember. So you finally come! Oh, Alex, is that you? I had suspected we might run into each other again, since we were both looking for boats. Unfortunately, the only boat this town possesses has already been sold. I will be resting here and I'll offer a bit longer. I have traveled long and hard, and I am weary. Perhaps we can get along at least until we both depart. Alright, Alex. Wait, what did you say? It won't be easily fixed, as long as we adepts don't have anything to do about it. Alright, so that possibly tells me something about what I... Rude. You suck. Anyway, something about fixing masts does sound like a task that maybe we can do something about. Alright. Innkeeper serves as paying guests better meals than real Afrans get. That's so cheap, I want gourmet meals too. Why does everybody in this game have to be talking about food? I should just, like, take a 10-minute break in the middle of this and run downstairs to heat up some of that soup. Anyway, use the cheapest ingredients to help save money. Alright. Broiled lobster. It's bigger than I ever could have possibly imagined. Alright. I can't possibly be the only one who, like, who like walked past the seafood section of the supermarket when they were a kid and they saw the tank of like live lobsters and whatever and thought that they were selling them for pets and not food. I know I'm not the only one. I don't think I've had a bite of meat or fish ever since setting foot in this inn. Like, I'm not actually a huge fan of seafood. I'll eat fish. I'm not opposed to that. Some of the more exotic things I never learned to develop a taste for, like, raw fish, sushi, lobster, crab. Although I've heard crab tastes a lot like chicken. I guess, probably wouldn't be out of the question to assume that lobster tastes similar to that too. I'm, despite my moanings about wanting to try all the food that has been mentioned in this game so far, I'm a pretty picky eater, unfortunately. Can I read the mind of this statue by any chance? No. Although, where was I? Okay, I can buy stuff. Alright, that is... reduce the random encounter rate. Cure poison, replenish HP. Alright. But first I see a stove. Seafood soup. Alright, so this is a very big seafood town. I guess that makes sense. We are, after all, a town on the coast. Did I talk to you already? Yeah, food. Anyway, so I did take a quick look through what those guys are selling. I generally try not to obsess over small stat gains from items you can buy in video games, because when you do that, the cost does tend to add up for fairly incremental changes. I've set a rather arbitrary rule for myself that I won't, like, upgrade my equipment unless I see something that's, like, substantial, like 10 or 20% boost, rather than just, like, a couple of percentage points. You're totally backlogged pre-orders. I'm gonna be up late at night finishing these as it is. Alright, so you are building more boats. I did recently upgrade my items in, what was it, Madra? I don't think I did that on screen. I think I off-screen that. If I'm only seeing, like, a couple percentage point increases in my stats from buying items in this area, I'll hold off until I get a little bit farther in the game before I do that again. Anyway, the boat at the wharf uses a sail, so it's more efficient than a galley, but since the mast is broken, it's not going anywhere. What a waste. Alright, well, the game has been rather insistent about hinting to me that I should maybe think about fixing that at some point in the future. But anyway, the newfangled ship that catches wind with a sail. Alright, yeah, the peak of modern technology. Eastern Alhafra. I'm gonna go there in a minute. Did I miss a house? I feel like I should have been able to see the mayor. Or at least tell them, I feel like I should have been able to be told by the mayor to, like, go away or something like that, not actually see the mayor. They look totally exhausted. You don't suppose they passed through the Yampi Desert to get here, did they? Did you? Did you? Alright, that is not something that I can go and scoop. But, wow, the mayor really does have a rather fancy place here, does he? No one's allowed beyond this point. Alright. I need to make sure that no one goes through. Okay, so that's... sounds important. Particularly because the game just reiterated it in the Mongri text, so I think maybe, definitely have to remember that for later. Alright, he's busy, so I just can't see the mayor right now. That's fun. Alright, I guess I will then be heading out this way and seeing about fixing that boat, or stealing the boat, or doing whatever to the boat. This is a bit of a bigger town than some of the ones that I've seen so far in this game. It's interesting. You could, by the way, see this on the overworld before you walked into town. I think I pointed that out. But let's see what we can make of this. Once again, not really interested in checking every single jar. Once in a while you can find something. What are you doing? The mast just won't budge no matter how many people will get to help us. We're going to have to get all this junk off the mast first. If we just get some decent footing, we could have this thing clear in no time. There's more to it than that, though. We still have to do something about that rope over there. Untangling, that'll be a piece of cake once we get a boat, once we get a what? Piece of cake. Except for that huge rock over there. Game is definitely outlining exactly what we've got to focus on here, isn't it? How are we supposed to get the mast out from under this thing? It's huge. There's no way we're gonna move it all by ourselves. Well, either way, we can't do anything until Zack finishes the canoe. Alright. Let's see, what do you have to say? What's your problem? You're new in town, aren't you? Probably curious about this here ship, huh? Call it a sailing ship. Wind is the only thing that'll make it move. Isn't that incredible? Yeah, well, I think how surprised we were to find out that Al-Afra had learned to build sailing ships. I suppose the age when anyone could sail the seas was bound to come someday. Alright, well, we're a little bit obsessed by newfangled technology. People call us Champa, seafaring people, because we make sailboats. And sure, maybe we do a little pillaging on the side, but now that Al-Afra can build sailboats, Briggs' pirating days may be ending. Alright, so I'm sensing a little bit of a discord among the various factions here. But anyway, let's see what's in here. Nothing. The mayor of Madra, here? You're certain? How did you know we came to Al-Afra? He knew we needed a ship, and he knew we went east. Seems pretty easy to me. Well, yeah, when you put it that way, it does make sense. He was looking to find the mayor of Al-Afra. He must be hoping the mayor will tell him where we are. He'll probably tell the Al-Afrans we're pirates too, huh? Pirates? That seems a little unfair. What do you mean? We are pirates, aren't we? I mean, we've taken all sorts of stuff that didn't belong to us. It's only because everyone in Champa would starve otherwise. We didn't have a choice. And even then, it's never a lot. What's not? The stuff we never take too much from any one town. Yeah, I guess not. Why do you think that is? Why? Because you can never tell how these wealthy towns will react. It's too risky, right? Heh, yeah, which is why we didn't steal anything from Al-Afra. Right, that's why we avoid the risky towns and just take what we need from the others. See, that's why you're our Captain Briggs. You've got brains coming out your ears. There's nothing brainy about that. Jenna! Did you hear that? It sounded like a girl. Who's out there? What do you think you're doing? Don't you know that someone has been falsely imprisoned for your crimes? What's your point? You have to come out with us and attest that the man's innocence. And why would I want to do something like that? Oh, I was hoping we could avoid any ugliness, but you leave us no choice. We'll bring you in against your will if we must, but either way, you're coming with us. Isn't that right? Yeah, sure. Let's do it. Yeah, let's teach these guys a lesson. You don't stand a chance. We're hardened criminal types. We eat punks like you for breakfast. Watch yourselves, you self-righteous little brats. You're the ones to learn a lesson. And we are going to fight. Alright, Briggs and Sea Fighter appeared. Which one is which? That's Sea Fighter, that's Briggs. So let's take out Sea Fighter first. Actually, let's maybe hit them both a couple times and see if I can do that. Impact boost an ally's attack. I generally have the highest attack, so I guess I'll set up a little bit in that direction. Actually, Shiba's generally got some pretty good attack too, coming from the magic side. Lightning was super effective. Ground was super effective. Impact is not a damaging move, so I can't say that was super effective. But let's see once again how much damage Earthquake does. Let's see. Maybe I can raise her attack too, and that's just water. I know that lightning was super effective, so we'll keep doing that. 49 damage on Sea Fighter. Signal Whistle. Oh, you're just gonna summon more friends, huh? Alright, so maybe I shouldn't take out the friends. Well, I'll be using multi-target attacks anyway, so I will be doing that, but anyway. Earthquake, let's center that on Briggs. Salamander, Wild Wolf. I guess I can also increase my own attack while I'm here. I'll do that. Plasma. Alright, that took down one of the Sea Fighters. You're just gonna take a swipe at my face. And, you know what I should probably be doing? Is, actually playing with Jin. Because that sounds like a good plan. I do, however, want to keep playing around with Wild Wolf, with Salamander, just to see how much well, one, what the attack animations look like, because that's always a good motivation for me, and two, how much damage it will do, just generally speaking. Right now, I'm not seeing any attack that's doing, like, a tremendous amount of damage. Fire Super, are you just weak to everything? I think you've been weak to everything so far. Anyway, I am suffering from delusion, which isn't great. Maybe buffing my defense wouldn't be a bad idea. Let's see about these, Genie. Mars, lightning strikes. Alright. That was definitely super effective on Briggs anyway. Blinding an enemy doesn't sound like a bad idea, because that'll make him miss once in a while, do a little bit less damage to me. Alright. Gonna unleash Iron, we're gonna raise everybody's defense a bit. I want to say that's about 20% of what my total HP is generally right about now, but... Cannon! Alright, hitting you with a Cannon Blast. Echo! No, we won't summon anyone yet, but we will hit you with Lightning with Blitz. And Sheba probably, oh, I don't have any healing things here. That sucks. Restore HP quickly to... Alright, I needed the most percentage-wise. I've taken the most hits. Alright, that's a dodge. Probably... Sheba goes down again. Okay. Briggs is taking a lot of damage here, but anyway. Zagon, I remember being a pretty good attack to use. Summon Atlantana, Heavenly Huntress. Alright, that's gonna be two, what's the element? Blanking, Jupiter Genie. So we're going to, you're gonna defend. Oh, that's Oil Orb. Okay, so that's a damaging item. That could be a problem. If you keep doing that. Alright, so the Sea Fighter goes down, Earth Power goes up by 10, Fire Power goes up. I need healing. Badly. This... Signal Whistle. Alright, HP has been fully restored. I'm down to 4 power points, so I'm probably going to want to focus on summoning from here on out. You're going to use an herb, get some HP back. I'm going to summon Atlantana. Oh, that looks satisfying. You definitely are taking a lot of super effective damage from everything now. Okay, so that was almost half my health. That isn't fun. Mercury, Venus... Guess I'll just summon Mercury just because I feel like it. Wait a minute, I forgot to heal? Right, so we're gonna try this a third time. I remember to heal this time, so oops. Anyway, let's see. I think this time around I'm gonna stop playing around with my own synergy and try to actually make use of these guys. So, I'm not entirely sure if it would have been a better idea to, like, de-equip all these guys to begin with, open up with a bunch of summons, and then proceed from there, but I decided not to worry too much about that. Anyway, let's go and strike you with lightning. Let's go and not summon more things. Restore HP quickly. Actually, alright, I'll save that for later in the battle. But what I can do is I can not use Impact apparently because I need the other genie to be equipped in order to be able to access that. But I can just drop some regular plasma damage and see. That'll be a start. Alright, so you're gonna summon your friend. I'm gonna unleash some iron, raise some defense, which I like. Hopefully you won't drop too many of those oil item things and do a bunch of burn damage to me, because that was kind of a pain. Let's see. While I am not actively trying to manage my genie, summon Mars, it probably would not be a terrible idea to heal. Alright, Sheba, you can continue using plasma. Let's see, just so that I don't ever have to worry too much about my, health getting too low, being in a, death range or anything like that. I think now, most of my interesting genies should be out. So I can, for example, summon Zagon, I can summon Ramses, Guardian of the Immortal Pharaoh. I might do this, because I think I'm more interested in using a heavy Earth-oriented, summon than, really taking advantage of, Mars. Jenna... I guess Jenna can use Mars. I don't actually know if I've used the Mars summon just on its own yet so far. Let's see. Restoring HP quickly, though. Yeah, I think it's time to start doing that. So Shiva will be healed. I will take a little bit of damage, not too much damage. Echo Cut's going to do a little bit of damage. We can summon Ramses. Alright, that did a solid 50, 100 plus and 50 damage, so not going to say no to that. That one also did not quite as much, but that did about half as much damage as the other one did, but I think it was still worth it. Atlantana. Alright, that one's Shiba's, definitely. That one's gonna raise the power of... Why can I never remember the names of the planets of Jupiter? Anyway, let's see. Earthquake. I don't know if it's a good idea to waste that much PP on regular attacks at the moment, but we can do it anyway. You are still in cooldown. Can I summon Mars again? No, I can't. Oh, that's a Jupiter. That's not Mars. That's you're currently off busy. Can use Impact. Does Jenna have? Okay, so Jenna has some herbs. So Jenna can use some herbs. I'll do that. I believe it is your turn to use Atlantana and unleash a fairly powerful Huntress Arrow Storm Wind attack. I said something about liking that animation the first time I saw it, and I like it this time too. Okay, coming a little bit too close to comfort there, Jenna. But anyway, you're down 2 friends, which is good. Echo has been set, Cannon has been set, and I think we can start. Let's see how much damage I can do to you with a regular one of those double strikes, and one of those Mars, and one of those. You're still occupied. Okay. Yeah, don't have anyone who really uses water. Alright, Briggs is going to defend. You might take a little less damage from this time around. But I'm going to go and use some attacks anyway. Might not have been the best thing that I could have done on this turn. It's kind of hard predicting when these guys are going to defend or not defend or whatever. But, let's see. Buffing my defense is probably a good idea, and then it can be my turn to go and start summoning things again. In the meantime, that's a multi-hit move. Should I anticipate that you're going to summon friends soon? Because I feel like you are. Because you haven't done that for a little bit. I feel like you're going to summon some friends. By the way, okay, so I have some herbs. Gonna give Jenna another one. She's going to be fully restored for now. You did not summon friends. Okay. So attacks going up all around. We're going to summon a salamander. Not defending this time, that's going to do 50 damage. Let's see. I'm trying to remember how much HP the salamander had. I want to say it was about 1,000 or so, maybe. Can't remember exactly. I feel like about 1,000 is about right. Anyway, you're probably going to have a little more than that. It hasn't been a long time since we fought the salamander, but you are a boss, so you're probably, if I had to guess, 1,500 to 2,000. HP is what you're gonna have. Anyway, let's see. Let's save that for when there actually are more people on screen, though. Actually, no. Let's use herb, because again, healing is a fairly important thing for me to do. Blinding an enemy, not a terrible idea. Maybe you'll miss hitting me once in a while. You're gonna get punched by a pyramid. Oh, did I skip that summon animation by hitting the A button? I don't want to do that. I like the summon animations. Anyway, I should have some fairly powerful earth power now, shouldn't I? I don't know if when they do that it persists for the entire battle or if it wears off after a couple of turns. Alright. Another 50 damage. Now you're summoning friends. We're gonna cast an earthquake. That's gonna start doing some damage to your buddies over there. Fire is also gonna do some damage to your buddies over there. The Sea Fighters seem to have a little more defense than Briggs. Actually, no, that's not because of defense. That's because when you do a multi-hit move, the ones on the side, the ones that aren't being targeted, take less damage. I remember how this game works. Let's see. Restoring HP quickly. No, that's not really needed yet. Still, guess I can summon Mercury again just because. Yeah, you're definitely weak to all 4 elements, which is an interesting choice. Not sure what the logic of that is exactly, but I won't say no to it. Oh, there goes Briggs. That was I feel like that was faster than the sand crab thing. I feel like let's see, I should be able to take these guys down fairly quickly. I feel like I did less damage overall to Briggs than I did to the other one. I guess Briggs has the advantage in numbers because he keeps summoning friends, but still. Alright, from here on out, I think I should be able to just mash the attack button and get away with it. If I'm not going to be diluted. Alright, don't be diluted. Don't heal either. I don't like it when you heal. Alright, you're going to dodge that one too. For what it's worth, Shiva's attack is the lowest. So, alright, our defenses are returning to normal. And there goes the last Sea Fighter. Mastered Ragnarok, I assume that was me. Stats are going up. Jenna, or Shiva rather. Alright, yeah, I figured that Shiva would be getting some levels soon. Because she did miss experience from a boss fight. Anyway, this should set everyone in Indra at ease. They seem to fear the pirate Briggs. Yeah, you did lose, actually, and are the number of friends on the floor, like, do those correlate with the number of allies you summoned over the course of the battle? Because I think you summoned 4, I think you had 4 friends in total in that battle, and there's 4 guys on the floor. Anyway, yeah, Piers isn't one of his men. Yeah, that's correct. That's what we're looking for here. You can tell the Modrons that, and then they can release the prisoner, and I guess they can toss you in the brig, as it were, for a little while. Alright. We're gonna go and, what? Can you find it in your hearts to forgive Briggs and his men? Look, I got the experience. As far as I'm concerned, I'm finished with him. You can do whatever you want with him. It's not my problem anymore. You're Shausha. You're Briggs' wife. You're a pirate, too. No, Shausha hasn't done a thing. Let her be. I know Briggs and his men have caused some great trouble with the piracy. And I know that their crimes cannot be ignored. If you know that, then how can you just ask us to forgive him? The only reason Briggs became a pirate was to help the people of Champa. We Champa are a seafaring folk. Our livelihood depends entirely on it. On something. But in recent years, the sea has changed. We can't live the life we once could. The oceans have warmed and the fish have vanished from our waters. Soil in Champa is rocky and barren. No crops can grow there. No crops, so you have no grains and no meat? Sounds like life in Champa is hard. It's not hard, it's unbearable. Our children can't eat, our village is dying. These men promised to return with food enough for all our people, but they found none. So you became pirates, thieves. Don't know where Champa is. It sits on the southeast corner of Angara. Southeast Angara? Isn't that near Xi'an Temple and Lama Temple? You have a good memory. If you were to head south through the mountains, you'd find it. That's far away. Well, yeah, you think we could be successful pirates so close to home? Alright, you are going to shut your trap because you're just not helping your own cause right now at the moment. We adults are gonna deal with this problem ourselves, I guess. If they raided any towns near Champa, it would be obvious to all who the attacker was. And no one back home could forgive me if they knew, not even my grandmother. But where does that leave us? Are we simply to accept your looting here on Indra? I'm shocked, I tell you, shocked. What's so shocking? It looks like they really are pirates, just like you said. Mr. Mayor, I am appalled that you could not take our word for it. I mean, in his defense, some random guy just waltzing into town and telling me that some random guy who I just done a transaction with as a pirate is probably... I'm probably gonna need a little bit more convincing too, but hey, it all worked out in the end. He probably wouldn't even have believed we were from Madra if the mayor hadn't come. Am I supposed to believe the accusations of a complete stranger? See, this guy gets it. Is that your position, Mayor? How can I be expected to believe a tidal wave could wash Indra into Oceania? Or that a group of men could walk on foot from Madra all the way to Alafra? Sounds to me like you had forgotten about us altogether. Not sure you remember the last time we met, do you? We met when I was just a child. It must have been more than 10 years ago now. 20 years. It's been 20 years since I last saw you. Has it really been so long? It's been a long time indeed. Guess we can't blame you for forgetting his face. Don't be silly. I didn't forget his face. His face merely changed. You know, it's a thing that happens when people get older. forgive my interrupting your interruption, but, would I be correct in assuming that I'm speaking to the leaders of Madra and Al-Afra? You are correct, I'm the mayor of Madra. And I... oh, they were talking at the same time, were they? Alright, stop making this awkward. Go grab a beer or something, or whatever you old important people do, and just let us move through and set Piers free. Yeah, that's what I came here for, right? We're like slowly unstacking the priorities that have slowly accumulated over the course of the last couple hours of gameplay. And I am a close personal friend of Shin, whose lover was injured by the Champa. I am the Scarlet Kraden. He is Drago, the leader of our group. Wait, am I? Since when? I'm just here for the fighting, alright? Just don't make me do anything hard like leading people or anything like that. Didn't sign up for this. I'm Jenna, Drago's sister. And I'm Shiba. I come from the town of Laviero. Now, what errand has brought you all here? One at a time, if you please. We followed Briggs here from Madra. Of course, we'll have good reason to suspect them of being pirates. And I was honestly taken aback to hear a business being slandered. If they truly are pirates, then why would they go to the trouble of buying a ship from us? Because the very funds they used to purchase the ship were pillaged from our homes. This isn't the biggest bit of mental calculus I've ever expected a video game character to do. I don't know why you're having so much trouble putting this together, but anyway, if the ship was bought with Madran gold, then it belongs to the Madrans. What do you say? If you give them the ship, will that fix everything? And where will you go? I don't know, they'll go wash dishes in the inn or something. It's not my problem. I won't run and I won't hide. Actually, I don't feel up for much of anything right now. Except for washing dishes in the inn. Then you probably won't mind being locked up, will you? Briggs. Don't worry, Shasha. I'll be back. Take care of Aolo. Your strange power surprised me, but even without them, you would have overwhelmed us. We'll be taking the boat then. You're taking our ship? You're worse than we ever were. Aren't you at least gonna pay us for your boat? Quiet, all of you. Do as you must, but I have one request. You have to let Shaosha and Aoleo... Yeah. Ao. That's a lot of vowels. You have to let them stay in the boat until it's repaired. You haven't done Al-Afra any harm, Briggs. At least keep him locked up until the boat is repaired. And a prisoner, Piers. Is he one of your men? I don't know, Piers. Sounds to me like you've made a pretty big mistake. See, it's just as I said. Piers is innocent. Alright, I'm glad we finally got to the bottom of that one. You must return to Madra and free him immediately. Me? What, alone? Only 2 of us will remain here. You can return to Madra with the others. Understood. We'll return immediately. Can you come with us, please? Alright, so that is a very long and drawn-out cutscene. I forgot how cutscene intensive this game. But anyway, looks like that wraps up this whole mess. Let's return to my mansion for a nice cup of tea. You say your name is Kraden. Thank you very much for the help with Briggs. If you have the time, please come to see me at my mansion before you go. It's nothing special, but I would like to thank you for everything you've done. Why do I get the feeling that the mayor of Al-Afra prefers to deal with my father over me? Thank all of you very much. Due to your efforts, Piers is going to be released. And now, this fine ship belongs to Madra. None of this would have come to pass if it were not for you, thank you. Unfortunately, I don't have any reward I can offer you here. Oh, pish posh, we don't need any reward, do we? Wait, yes or no? Which one is an agreement and which is, like, dissent? I think yes is agreement. honesty is refreshing. So what shall we do? I know. Come to Madra after our boat has been fixed and we've sailed home. We're still recovering from the effects of the tidal wave, so it won't be much. But we do want to give you some kind of reward. Well, shall we be going? Alright, and with that... Oh, fine, we can keep talking. I do get to stay on the boat, right? At least until it's repaired. Yeah, that's where I'll be if you need me, with Aeolio. Feel kind of bad for Trasha. What can we do about her? After all, she's the one married to a pirate. So what should we do now? I suggest that we try to find Piers. He could prove enlightening. That's true. He seems to be a water adept. He might be able to tell us a little about these lands. Do you think we should help them fix the boat? Say, if we help fix the boat, maybe they'll give us a ride back to Madra. Good idea. What do you say? Alright, that sounds like work, I guess. We can do that next time, because as soon as these people have finished talking, I would like to end the video. This has been Golden Sun, the Lost... I'm not gonna leave, just in case there's another cutscene that plays out. This has been Golden Sun, the Lost Age. Next time, we are going to see about fixing this boat, and we're going to return to Madra and see if they can finally let Piers out of his jail cell. My name is Dragonite. I hope you all enjoyed that. Go check out the Wizarducks Steam page down in the video description, and I will see you all later.